in het Engels omdat jullie het niet erg vinden, want dan kunnen ze altijd aanhaken, want we weten dat mensen gewoon altijd kijken. So, welcome, say hi, say peace, and spread your fingers wide, because here we are, ready to kick ass. So, what I want to start with, because there are some very exciting things happening here and there, I want to give the stage to each and every one of you to share how things are going and where you are at this moment and what your progress is, obviously. So I'm going to start on the far right. I'm going to start with Naomi, obviously. Naomi, the floor is yours. Kunnen we je horen? Can we hear you? Yes.
Yeah, lukt het?
Yes. So, share with us, where are you at this stage?
Very, very, very close to reaching my target very early. I'm waiting
Peace.
for... Sorry?
Let's say peace.
Oh, okay, sorry. But also something that I'm really excited about, and it's also really challenging for me, is that I'm stepping again out of my comfort zone, and I'll probably start coaching a guy. My main focus is on women between age 30 and 40, but then one of my current coaches really almost begged me to also start coaching her partner. And well, that's the biggest compliment that you can get. But I've said, okay, we're going to start and focus on employment coaching. But if then maybe, because for those who don't know, I'm really focusing on coaching women in empowerment. But I'm not sure how women empowerment would work for a guy. So this is something I'm going to just play around with and see how it works out. And it's something that I'm really scared about, but fear doesn't hit a moving target. Was that
fear never hits a moving target, correct.
So I'll just keep moving and just see where it ends. It's something that it gives me a lot of energy, but it takes up a lot of time. So this is something that I'll keep on struggling with as long as I have my current job as well. But I'm really happy about it.
Well, I'm gonna put you on mute for a second to don't get any interview interference. So what can I say? If you hit your target 2 months earlier, so we set a target for Naomi last week, and that in September we want to have 5 paying clients. 5. And last week I got this WhatsApp message and say, oh, hi, I have 4. I'm like, what? So yeah, what can you say? That is moving forward fast. And then the next day came another thing. Oh, I have a huge problem. So I thought, okay, shit hits the fan, right? Because sometimes it happens. You know, I have to coach a guy. And I'm like, yes. And the problem is, well, yeah, I don't coach guys. And I said, okay, maybe we can start doing a couple coaching thing and add them to them and take their money. So, but the great thing is with Naomi, I really have to really put you in the spotlight here. Why? Because you started a couple of months very insecure, not knowing how to form this thing, how to start, what to do, how to get clients, how to form everything. And within those months, you have grown from basically not knowing nothing, taking action. And I think that is a real example. And I think that you are definitely going to be a case study for me, but not only for me, for all those women around the world who want to do something and only talk about it and never do. You prove that it's possible by having a full-time, now not really a full-time job, but having a job on the side and actually setting up this business what you're passionate about and actually each and every day make it work. And I know sometimes I have you on the phone like this and then you say, fuck, it is this shit, I'm stopping, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. And that's part of the journey. That's part of the journey. And I'm super proud that I'm part of that journey. And this is the limit. We have said that before the end of the year, you will have your PA. And the end of this year, you will gonna deliver your resignation, and you're gonna be full on your own feet. So a bow to you, and thank you for sharing this with us. So then I'm going to give a short introduction to Mandy. Well, Mandy, peace. There she is. I'm gonna give a short introduction with Mandy. I've been working with Mandy for a long time. Mandy is one of the most talented persons I have met. She even advised me at the moment that in despair when me and Marissa broke up and I didn't know how to do it structurally with the businesses and stuff, and we really were head to head, and I said, Mandy, I need a financial, and she said, don't worry, we're gonna look at it and all will be fine. And she calmed me completely down. At the end of the day, it all went fine. And Wendy had some ups and downs, not knowing which direction, but fate has come away. And let's share what the story is, because it is incredible, in my opinion. Mandy, share your adventure. What happened this week?
Hello. Yeah, well, I don't even really know what happened myself. But, okay, so I was like completely in the moment. I was on an advanced traders course in London. And when I was starting, even before that, when I packed my suitcase to go there, I already had this like feeling I won't come back the same. So I spent it as much time as possible in the now, in the okay, I'm just connecting to whatever is possible, no matter how big. I will not run away. I will not do myself short. I will not sell myself short as I normally do. So I went there, I put on my best clothes, I put on my prettiest smile. You can't see like right now because I just woke up, but that's aside. And what happened at the first night, after the first day of training, I started to talk to the CEO of the company, and I spit some ideas I have about upcoming negative interest on Dutch saving accounts, for example, and about investments in cruelty stuff. So, for example, one of our biggest banks, the Rabobank, they invest a lot of money in chicken in Ukraine, which causes a lot of animal cruelty stuff. But it is the biggest and the best bank in our country. So how can we create something which is good and not hurt any other species or even our own species in the run? So I told him I wanted to create an account, a fund for Dutch people who want to make some interest on their savings in a very secure way, and also no cruelty comes to that. And he was listening at me, and he was looking at me, and at first I thought, like, oh my God, I can't believe that somebody with such a high power, intelligent, is actually listening to me at this moment. And at the end of the evening, he said, I want you to write me an email with all your points. It will be confidential. And I'm coming over on the 31st of August to Amsterdam to talk with you. And I was looking at this guy. I was like, okay, I'm going to write you this email. So I wrote him an email. He confirmed. So now I'm preparing myself because I just told you two things, right? About what I could see coming up for Dutch people or even myself, or, but I had a list of 12 points that I want to implement here in the Netherlands, and what I would like to copy paste in other countries as well, to help people get financially safe, but also cruelty free. So I was really, really surprised that somebody wanted to listen to me. Yeah, I can't even start telling you how that feels.
That is incredible. I'm gonna put you on mute now, Mandy. Yeah, what can I say? Sometimes people talk about luck a lot, right? And people say that some people are lucky, or some people are in the right time in the right space. And I totally agree with that, right? You need sometimes in the right space, and you need to have some luck. But I truly believe that you or we all can facilitate that luck. We can create it to happen, because what happens to a lot of people is that they're going to sit back and wait, and then they're going to say, okay, I wasn't lucky and that person does. Well, the most people who are lucky, think about it, did something to facilitate that luck, that something happened, and then they became lucky. And that is something that really stuck with me basically all the time, and even in the little things in life. Because, for example, if you cross the street and you almost get hit by a car, happened everybody somewhere, something strange. And then you think by yourself, oh, really? I'm lucky that I didn't get hit. But then think about it. The fact that you didn't get hit was that you had a clear moment, you looked to the road, and you stepped away on time, and that's why you think that you were lucky, but you facilitated that. And same goes for business. So the more you expose yourself to meeting people and go out there and do things instead of thinking about it and try to manifest it. I don't want to put all the hippies in this world down, but manifestation goes to until a certain extent. But facilitating that luck is all about going there, show your vulnerability, do it. And if it is wrong or it doesn't go wrong the first time, that's fine. It will go wrong, good. That's no good. That the second time will be great. So Mandy, it's a great example how you just pitch it, because you also could kept your mouth shut, right? And go to the course and say, hi, I'm Mandy, I want to learn, and you go away again. So that is really a big bow to you. So yes, sorry, open.
Yeah, I also wanted to say about it, because I have put so much thought and care into the whole manifesting of the idea. That's why I could come up with the right words too. So yeah, manifesting is definitely about taking action too. But I just, I was like a cow. I was like chewing on these ideas and trying to even comprehend myself what was going on. And because I could do that, I was in a position to do that. It was so easy for me to talk to this guy because it was my second nature, so that was really cool.
Well done, Mandy. Well, Kat, your turn. So first, before I'm going to unmute you, don't worry. This is not a speed contest, or this is not a contest who goes fast. What I've learned all these years in being in masterminds, having coaches, I work with people who go 3 times faster than me. You can hardly not believe it, but it happens. Even in the coaching process where I'm in now, there are girls who are working 180 hours a week, who are just killing it out there, who are rolling out courses as if it is nothing. While we are still in this beta test thing, they do a beta test and 3 beta tests next to each other to choose the best one and go really, really hard. So what I want to say, everything is at your own pace. The only thing that I do want to add to it is that at some point you need to move the needle forward. You need to do something. So now the floor is yours.
Thank you. Happy birthday again.
Thank you so much. 43. 43.
Again, it's no age, but my birthday is on Friday, and I don't say how.
Oh, really? Oh, good. I'll do celebrate. So enlighten us with your journey. How far are you at this stage?
Well, the red and the blue ocean really got me. And it's not that I've been sitting still. Since I had the idea that I want to do something that makes my heart sing, things I'm passionate about, things that are, like Mandy said, it's her second nature, but I think it's her true self. Yeah. No, but that's really awesome. I mean, like those, like also Naomi, it's like, wow. And for me, this is important for me, even though I know I don't have so much time, but I lost my somehow kind of will to try again. But for me to stay on the ground is not an option. So I think you fail when you don't get up anymore. And I know all the successful people, so many I know, they are successful now. They've been so often in the ground. They dust their clothes and they get up again. And I did that in my life a zillion of times in different occasions and locations. But I had also the manifestations moments, like what Mandy is talking about. I mean, my journey to Hawaii and how I followed the calling, and I call that a calling for you, Mandy, as well. It's your calling to make a change, to make a difference in the world. And that is the shift that is happening all over the place now, that people are having this will and the courage to make a move to the better side, because this system doesn't work how it's built now. The economical system is crap because it's unjust and it's not sustainable in the long run. The same as in the HR world, human resource. I mean, even the name is like, it's like a chain to you on the feet. That's how I see it. And I've been there. I've been to corporate America and all those things. So I just say, for me, the blue ocean, I have the same thing for Hawaii and all, that's the aloha spirit. And I did the acupuncture, I did the nutritional stuff. And I'm also very concerned about Mother Earth and even the injustice and the banks and all that. So I'm very aware of that. And the aloha spirit incorporates all. And this is the ocean. I think I can incorporate all the things I want to do because it touches every single aspect of life, like the environmental aspect, the aina, the land, to take care of the land. And with the land is everything connected. We are connected to the land because we need to eat from the land. Banks and workers and businesses, everyone is connected. So, and the aloha spirit is basically a very ancient system. And I think I found my blue ocean because there's not so much out there where you can build in the spirituality, the nutrition, the health, the exercise, the relationships, everything, careers. So it's a whole thing, and it's very old and ancient. But I'm sure I can put that all in one big nice package to where I also dream of going in collaborations with others like you guys. Sounds really amazing what you do. So I can imagine to build a community because I think the time of the lone wolf is over. So people come together, tribes come together. And I have so many indigenous friends as well. And they've been fighting with the big oil companies and the pipelines and things like that. So yeah, I think it's time to make a change now, and together we can make it happen, because alone in my own little room I cannot do it. So that is my breakthrough for the week for the blue ocean.
Perfect. So I'm gonna put you on mute. Thank you so much for the contribution. What the thing is you're absolutely right, because we live in an exciting time for entrepreneurship at this moment. And why do I say that? Now we have so much possibilities in the online space. With technology, everything becomes easier to serve a lot of people that you normally could not reach many years ago. And that makes it a really unique time. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. But it's a good point that you bring there, Kat, and that is a collaboration. Because that should be your number one priority that you should form. And I don't want to jump ahead in module 5, because there I'm going to talk about the concept that's called the Dream 100. And the Dream 100 is nothing more than 100 collaborators that you're going to form. You're going to form 100 collaborations. It is slightly similar to the master networking list that you found in module 2 and module 3, where you want to build those relationships with people. But yeah, the power of collaborations is right now. But what I want you to dive in today is in the module 4, what's going on in there. And there are a couple of modules I want to highlight. Let me see if I can pull it up for myself so I know what I talk about. Because the validation process, you all are there at this stage. And the validation process is something that's really, really important. Mandy, for you with this new venture that you're going to present, you need to validate. Kat, you need to validate, okay, what is the Aloha method, if you call it a method, and what do people want? What are their problems? The same goes for you now, Naomi. You have an idea what is placed in your market, but now you want to dive deeper and know exactly what goes on in that market. Well, Samira, unfortunately, is not here because she's the only one who is in this process as we speak. And she does really, really well. She works with women who are in a narcissism, and now she's validating them. So there are basically 3 phases of validation, which you will find in module 4, but I want to highlight them because they're really, really important. I want you to write them down and go to the videos as a support. So the first thing what you're going to do is that you're going to identify where those people you want to serve hang out. So that means Are they in what Facebook groups are they hanging out? Maybe in your case, Naomi, they're more on LinkedIn. Mandy, in your case, maybe they are also on LinkedIn or maybe on other forums or financial platforms where they hang around. And Kat, for you look more in the spiritual Facebook groups, the Facebook groups where people are who are like-minded. So you want to identify those groups first. And what before you dive in there and gonna call, hi, I'm Virgil, I want a validation process. Everybody's gonna look at you, yeah, who the hell are you? So that's one of the first things is here building the relationships. So the system is you're first gonna watch what's going on in the group, how they are talking to each other, what they are talking about, and you get really a feel for the market, right? So and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna start form relationships, and what it is. In every coaching group that I'm in, and this is a beta test, it's really, really small, but I'm in a group with 700 plus people. And the first thing that I did when I entered that mastermind was connecting on that group each and every day. I really spent an hour about commenting and helping people out. And what I got from that now is whenever I post a question, I get like 30 plus response. I'm going to share in another video, I'm going to share a screenshot of the inside of that mastermind. So you can see how, and there's also a leaderboard for the one who has the most engaging posts and the one who helps the most. And for the last 6 weeks, I'm always in the top 3. Why? Because I'm on it. I made an effort to be in the top 3, but not to win something, but the amount of relationships that I built and the information that I got is so valuable. That's why you should spend some time in there and take it a little bit. Now, if you do 5 minutes a day, that's enough. You don't need to spend hours. You don't need to be crazy like me. So when you eventually have this group identified, and don't identify 20, just find one. I have one. Go in there, and then it's called the 1 question survey. I show you in the video modules how to set up a survey in Google Forms. It's really, really simple. And you're going to ask 1 question. And the question is, what is your biggest obstacle for X? So in Naomi's case, what are those women struggling for in their world? Mandy's case, what are the financial struggles in the world of green investments? Kat, in your case, what is playing around in those heads? Everybody that is in the Aloha spirit, what is their issue? What is their big problem? So what you're going to find there's teams, and that's what you're looking for. And those teams, to give you an example about when I did this process, the whole module that you are going through is not mine. It's from the 100 people I surveyed. Though they created the modules for me. I had 5 other models in my head, completely different from what it is now. But this is surveyed. This is what plays in people's system. And when you ask this 1 question, then you get really, really like a team. So in my case, I found out that people really have mindset issues regarding businesses. I found that people are really overwhelmed in systems, how to start, what to do, what is priority, what first. From that, the Get It Done framework evolved. So that's how all the PDFs, all the modules are formed from that validation process. Very, very important. And then I'm going to dial deeper when I know the teams a little bit. And then I make it like a 5 survey question. And then I'm going to ask stuff like diving deeper in the team. So why are you struggling with getting clients? What are the things that you're struggling with in your systems, in my personal case, right? And then you're going to ask a little bit deeper, but you can do something more important. And that is basically get a demographic of what your market is worth. So I put a question in there on purpose in the validation. Do you earn more than 50,000 a year or less than 50,000 a year? So why I want to know this question? Everybody answers this. If I would ask this question on day 1 in the survey, nobody would answer it because it's too private. But because I already built a relationship by building in that group, talking to them, I gave them a 1 question survey already. And then in the second round of validation, I asked again, okay, what do you earn? And they give an honest answer. And I was shocked because I thought that my market was poor and my market had no money to spend. My biggest market are people who are earning between 50,000 and 500,000 a year. Over 85% falls in that category. And I was shocked. I was shocked because I thought I had all the lowlifes who had no money to spend, and that's what I thought. But that's not the case. So you see how your thinking can limit you. So you can completely be shocked. So the good thing is there that you know immediately, okay, this is what they roughly earn. So my pricing for my product can roughly be X. So you already have something to shoot for. And then eventually after the beta testing, we're going to go through everything that went in the course. And we're just going to ask you guys, well, what would you pay for this? What's the value that you put on it? And we have already an idea. And you will notice that the number that you get back often is way higher than you think. That's insane how that goes. So when you have all this data, then you're going to go on your product creation, because then you already know exactly what to create. You know exactly what their problems and obstacles are. And better yet, you have the complete text to communicate to them in your marketing outlets. So that means on your website, for example, because you're going to use the same words as they use in your validation. So don't go fancy. Yeah? Like me, I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to do entrepreneurial thing, and I'm going to do KPIs, and I'm going to see how the return on investment is. And when we put the Facebook pixel in, everything is cool. Peace, I know everything. Everybody runs away. Now I talk about overwhelm and doubt and scared of getting clients instead of not knowing how to get clients. I will talk about getting shit done is actually a term that came from the validation process over and over again. It's not something that I use just for fun. It's something that really people people were so fed up and frustrated. They said, now it's time, I really need to get shit done. So we took that term and we blow it out everywhere as our signature word, the get shit done thing. We call it the get shit done framework. We could call it the productivity matrix or something. But we use that wording. Does that make sense, guys, what I'm saying? Because this process, I believe, if I knew this process when we started the workout club, we would be within 6 months where we are now in 5 years. Because we were in the dark for 4 years. We had no idea. We never asked nobody nothing. We thought everything was cool with our workouts. Now we only train women. The sessions are only 45 minutes. Mine were an hour. They only work with body weight. I want to work with weights. They only want to work with body weights. We never asked. We just assumed. And assumption is the biggest mistake you can make in business. And we did it for you. So that's why that module 4 is so important to go by the letter. And if you're stuck with it, feel free to reach out to me, because we recently went through this process. If you need to more in-depth way how the questions we ask, how we record the interviews, let me know, because we have everything done. You can look in behind the scenes how we did it. So are there any questions about this very, very important process? Is this clear? Naomi, clear? Kat, clear? Okay. Good. Yes. Well, yeah, this is basically the thing that I really want. I don't want to spoil it all for you. There's a hilarious video which I'm testing out for you guys. It's a testimonial engine. I'm really looking forward how you're going to react to that testimonial engine video, because it's quite controversial, and I try something and I want to see if it works. And maybe you're going to kick my ass, but I don't think so, because that is my experiment. I don't want to take too much of your time, because this is really very straightforward module. I believe this is the most important module of them all. The rest is just following, and it will produce for you. But if you have the validation process off, you will always be guessing, and then it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of money in the long run. So, yes, Mandy.
I'm on the stage. Hello. Okay. So one of the points that I put in that email is that I want to train their already existing customers a money management system. And this money management system will give them the freedom to take 10% of their earnings and put it in an investment account. And that investment account will be by this bank and already running and making at least 10% per year.
Cool.
So with this validation situation, they don't validate their customers from their existing business. So how can I use this validation module to help them involve and okay.
Good question. Very, 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 very good question. Because this is like next level marketing. Right? Sorry for the light. Turn the light a little bit on. Because please, you don't see shit now probably. Okay, fine. You know who I am. I smile. I see like this. So what you want to do basically is create a simple survey for the existing clients. And what is important in survey? Well, this is psychology, right? I don't go too deep in the survey in this part. This is next level validation, right? But what you want to achieve is, first of all, they're gonna get a cold survey from you. So they get cold in the air, but they don't know you, and they don't know why. So first, what you want to do is win their heart first. So what you're gonna do, I would do first an educational piece up front before you're gonna validate. So that means you're gonna do this money system that you have in your head, and you make a 3-video series about it. And what you're gonna do in video 1, you're gonna say, hey guys, I'm Mandy. I'm gonna help you with your monetization. I want to ask you some questions after this period, but first I want you to understand how my money system works. And you would make videos of maybe 6-7 minutes max to keep their attention. And maybe you need 5. I don't know how much time you need to explain, but you just take that time. So when they actually got those free video series from you, what you're going to do next is give them a little cheat sheet or something they can fill in that they can work with, like a calculator, an Excel, very, very simple, that you make it Fiverr for €5 to give them some value. So then you have won their heart, right? Then you are in their permission letter, as we call it. So, and then you say, well, how does it work for you guys? Because I want to create something super cool for you and I need your help. And then you're going to do the ones, this exactly module 4 survey technique. You do the same thing. But the important is that you deliver value first before your survey, because then the opt-in of the survey is higher than that you bang it cold in their faces. So that's what I would do. I would keep it very, very simple. And even don't make it too complicated. Google Forms survey. Don't make it like it's an official bank. It have to look beautiful, because people see Google as a trustworthy source. So if they see Google Forms, they go through it. So you can get this up and running within a week. If you need help with it, that I need to kick your ass, or you need a script for the videos, I'm here. We've done it. We've done those videos. So it's a very simple way. It's clear? Yes? Naomi, you have something to ask? Nothing? Kat, you have something to ask? No? Good. All right, guys. So, Mandy, that's your drill. Get the video series up. And Naomi, now in front of your 3 family members, I'm going to up your stakes. So the deadline September is coming. Yes, this is how we work. The deadline is coming September. We want 2 more people added to the roster that brings it up to 7. We want 7 clients before September. Amen. Yes, there she comes, of course, obviously.
Before the end of September, right?
End of September, 100%. Okay. Yeah, end September. The 90 days end September. I love to see action here. It's going to be cool, because then we can go on a holiday, and Naomi can say bye to her business, because then she makes more than her target, and that's what we like. Guys, I'm going to say thank you so much. Peace out.
Thank you.
Power is yours. And guys, have an incredible evening, right?
You too. Bye.